Hello, everyone, and welcome to DCM, Doritos, Connections, and Mountain Dew, your favorite local video game talk show. I am your host, Howard Miller.
And I'm your co-host, David Scrivani.
Now, we're not doing the news. We're abolishing all segments because this is a very important episode. We are doing a recap of the most important weekend in video game history that happens every single year. The Electronics Entertainment Expo, also known as E3, was, by the time we're doing this, it was about a week or two ago. We had lives, so we didn't really watch the full thing, but we're giving you guys a recap of everything that got announced because it's going to take years for all that stuff to come out anyway, so we had time.
So I guess technically everything's news today.
Exactly. This is a 100% news segment. There is no news segment. This is the
We're
news.
a news show now.
Woo!
Hooray!
That's when we get demonetized.
Hey!
But yeah, so we're going to take things easy. We're going to start off with day one, and then we're just going to roll with it. This is probably going to be multiple episodes, forewarning.
Now, you guys know that we like to bully companies on this show.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of that for these next couple episodes. Don't you worry.
Yeah, if you're going to think that we're negative...
you think we've been negative in the past. Whew, strap in.
You know what? So in case we don't get demonetized, we're not the news segment. This is the bullying segment for a full
there we go.
3 episodes. Okay? So
it'll be news when it's something we enjoy. It'll be bullying when it's something not so much we enjoy.
all right. So come back here for the news segment in episode 2, because we're going to be mean all day today. So let's start off with the first showcase of E3. Everyone's favorite. First studio up to bat, the French studio, Ubisoft, known for their Tom Clancy franchises, the Rayman franchise, Assassin's Creed, Just Dance, and many more. And let's see where they start off with. Now, I'm actually going to need my little iPad for this one. So that way, we can go over everything, and I don't get anything wrong, I swear, okay? So we're going to start off first and foremost with the new Rainbow Six game, originally titled Rainbow Six Quarantine, now called Rainbow Six Extraction.
I wonder why.
Where it's basically a team of people, and they clear out missions because there's an evil, goopy virus destroying America. So it's co-op based. They showed off a lot of gameplay for it. What are your feelings of it?
I've never really played a Rainbow Six game, admittedly, but I know people really like Siege, and from what I've seen of it, it does look like a fun game. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I have no idea if this is going to be really anything like Siege, but, I'm sure it'll be cool. It'll be a neat little game to play with your pals. Yeah. Probably.
See? We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it kind of looked boring in like the AAA sense because the only the only Rainbow Six game I really did enjoy was the little bit of Siege I played. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a big fan of like the original, but hey, I mean, like it looks different enough. Maybe I'll give it a try and enjoy it.
Yeah.
We got up next, Rocksmith Plus, the sequel to the 24 release of Rocksmith 2014. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not a real game. It's actually a subscription service. And of course, if you don't know what Rocksmith is, it's a game where you can literally plug in a real guitar, and it actually teaches you how to play guitars. And it has a huge variety of songs and a huge song library of purchasable songs that you could learn how to play. Now, apparently, they're getting rid of the purchasing song model in order for a much better subscription service of like Spotify songs that they just have in constant rotation. They're going to say is the largest set of the most diverse music library any music game has ever had, which they included such things as they're going to include in a music game genres such as R&B and a lot of metal subgenres, along with a lot of obscure indie artists. The service costs $15 a month or $100 for 1 year. And I've been seeing a lot of people coping about this game because they're like, well, it's not a real game, it's a subscription service.
15 a month or 100 a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's 100 a year is a very, very good deal.
it is
Compared to 15 a month.
I know, right? Isn't that like really bad? It's almost what's the point of monthly at that point?
Yeah.
They didn't announce any songs, but someone was looking at the background, and so far there isn't really a lot of metal that they were talking about or indie. There was R&B.
Okay.
And there was like stuff like there was a Tribe Called Quest they saw in the background, so like artists that aren't usually in these rock games, because when you have these rock games, they get angry
Yeah.
whenever there's not a rock genre. But some people are happy, some people aren't. There is a beta out, a closed beta out now.
Oh, I didn't know it was a beta.
Yep, there's a closed beta out now. They're gonna have a public one in the future. So who knows? Who knows? I'm not a big Rocksmith guy.
I've never played it. I do appreciate what it does, though. Like, because from what I've heard, it's actually it's a very good way to learn how to play an instrument. And as someone who tried to take guitar lessons back in middle school and also high school and never really got the hang of it, Rocksmith seems like a really interesting way to go about things. And maybe at some point I'll try it. Probably not. But, you know, it's an option. And I know a lot of people really like the game. So the subscription-based thing for it, I think, might be a really good way to carry the series forward.
And then we got a new game called Riders Republic, which is a open world multiplayer game where it's just like a giant festival den where you can then proceed in 64 multiplayer servers, do a multitude of sports such as biking competitions, snowboarding competitions, skiing competitions, and wingsuit competitions. There was a lot of gameplay shown. It really does look like Ubisoft didn't know what kind of sports game they wanted to make, so they kind of shoved everything, especially the skiing thing, because I think, was it Ubisoft that made the skiing game Steep?
I have no idea.
Because a lot of the skiing looked like it came from Steep.
I don't even know what Steep is.
It's coming out this year. I didn't write down the release date. Good job, Josh, from the past.
We'll put the release dates on the screen now.
Yeah, I'll put like cute little, I'll steal the videos and I'll put little graphics up of the release dates.
Well, there'll be a graphic, we forgot, and then it'll be right there.
No, we're not going to put we forgot because it makes me look better if it's on mute, okay? But yeah, I mean, that's cool. I'm never going to play this. The only multiplayer game that's like this that I like was Descenders. Have you heard of this? It was the same thing where it was this little hub area, but then you go and you can like talk to people in the lobby. You can do certain things. But it was about mountain biking down a hill, and every map was randomly generated.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, like all the courses were randomly generated, and that game's really fun. But this looks like they wanted like Descenders, Steep. They couldn't commit, so they kind of made this like battle royale, big multiplayer package.
Which honestly, I don't really care for sports games other than like the Tony Hawk games, but like this, it kind of looks rad. I don't know if I'll ever play it, but it looks like a lot of fun.
I mean, when it's going to be $5 in 2 years, like almost every Ubisoft game, like I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Now we have a huge update on Rainbow Six Siege. They're making accessibility options, and crossplay for consoles next year. No new characters were announced, but they made a cute little animation for ones that they announced, like I think a month ago. So basically nothing.
Hey.
Woo!
What an announcement.
What an announcement. We also got the yearly installment of Just Dance 2022, which is going to feature Todrick Hall, which is best known as a judge from RuPaul's Drag Race. He's also a dancer and a choreographer. And I guess they're doing some dance moves for the game.
Okay.
Yeah. When was the last time you ever played a Just Dance?
2015 or 2016. Because I remember it's the only time I played a Just Dance game. I played it at our good pal. We'll probably censor the full name, but I can't really remember why it was. I think it was some New Year's party or something, but
Okay.
I didn't really know what I was doing, but it was fun. I have no desire to ever play a Just Dance game again, but you know, is this one also going to be on the Wii?
No, I think they're done with the Wii.
They finally stopped Nintendo Wii support.
Yeah, I know.
Dang, what a shame.
Yeah, and then of course we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to get another year of support of DLC, including a new DLC expansion called The Siege of Paris, set to come out later this year. Okay, yeah, I don't care about Assassin's Creed like that.
Neither do I.
Nope.
No, I mean, I like Vikings, but I don't really care for Assassin's Creed, so, you know.
I mean, Origins looked cool.
Origins was apparently pretty good, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Never played it, but.
And then, of course...
I don't even think I heard anything about whether Valhalla was any good or not. I feel like it just kind of came out, and I heard nothing about it.
I had a friend who bought it, and he said that there was a save bug that would just randomly either wipe his save, or if he completed a quest and shut it off, the quest would reactivate and put him back in a position right before he started the quest. Like, they fixed it now, but for the first month, it was like the saving was awful.
That's a very odd and specific bug.
I know, right?
Okay.
We then got a huge selection of Ubisoft's media company as they proceed to have a new trailer of Mythic Quest, a game about gamer developers being gamers and making a MMORPG. And they are making a film funded by IFC called Werewolves Within, which is about a film based off their multiplayer VR game they made in 2015 or 16. And why these are here during your video game showcase is ridiculous. You had no video games to announce, and you're announcing movies? Especially a TV show that's not about an actual game. It's about people making a fake game?
What?
That's what Mythic Quest is.
Okay.
It's an Apple TV exclusive about people making an MMORPG, but it's not a real one. It's like a sitcom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was also under the impression that Werewolves Within was a more recent game than 2015. But, oh well.
I could have got the dates wrong.
Oh.
Then we have Far Cry 6. You know, the game that you've seen an advertisement for like daily if you go on any website.
For
and
like
type
the past year now.
For the past year, if at any point you Googled video game and the cookies feed like, ah, yes, you want to buy Far Cry 6. Yeah, they showed another trailer, cinematic, of course, went over some of the gameplay, but they discuss the season pass for the game that's not out yet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a lot of things in that season pass, one of which is a port of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Another which is they kind of went into it about how there's a DLC where you're going to play as the past 3 villains of the main installments, including Voss from Far Cry 3, whoever the dude was in 4 and 5, those guys, I don't know.
I'm glad we're on the same page there. I don't remember their names either.
I stopped at Blood Dragon, so I don't know these people.
So did I.
But, hey, I think it's... Yeah, they're going to appear in a DLC, which is cute, because those villains were, you know, they're very short-lived in their own games. Mm-hmm. Especially considering Voss wasn't the main bad guy in Far Cry 3.
Voss died halfway through the game.
Spoilers for a 10-year-old game.
Oh, God, Far Cry 3 is 10 years old now. God.
Yep. We're all... Okay.
Shout out to Ubisoft for locking a Blood Dragon remaster behind a season pass, though.
Yeah, and it's gonna, and just like with all the other times, they're gonna wait a year.
Yep.
Then they're gonna re-release it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. We also have a trailer, a sequel to Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle with Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope slated for next year. It is a XCOM style real-time strategy with Nintendo's favorite character Mario and the Raving Rabbids. And the most unlikely crossover that was weird even back then, seeing a sequel to it, is probably even weirder. It looks fun. And it's a great game to get for your kid because because a lot of people think XCOM style gameplay is usually hard, but like I played the original with my little brother. It is so simple, literally any kid can pick it up and play it. It's fun. It's looking like the next sequel is going to be basically the same thing, but...
And people really liked that first game, too.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
There was a very good Did You Know gaming episode, I think it was, and I'll leave a little delinky in the card for the video, where they discussed I guess Ubisoft pitched the idea and Nintendo said, "Are you sure that's gonna sell?"
I mean, on paper, it doesn't sound like it would, honestly.
Yeah, no, it does not. And the final announcement. Now, usually these final announcements are a big one. Boy, were they're ready. We were starving for this game.
Starving for content.
We got Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, the movie tie-in game for James Cameron's Avatar 2. We all wanted this.
That may or may not even come out next year.
We're so hyped up for Avatar 2's movie tie-in game. There's no gameplay. I forget if there's a release date. I'll pop it up here if I find it. But much like Avatar the movie, my feelings towards it, who cares? who is... Dude, you know what I really need a sequel to? Ubisoft's James Cameron's Avatar. It was really borderline garbage. That was at a time where every movie tie-in was like a 3D, over-the-shoulder not hack and slash, like beat 'em up.
Yeah.
That was fine, but kind of repetitive. Sometimes didn't work. You know, like the Thor one.
Oh, I forgot.
Or the Green Lantern one.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yep, there was a whole slew of them, and one could easily mistake this for shovelware, but nope, it's getting AAA budget.
New game.
So that was it.
From a franchise that hasn't done anything for what, 7 years? 7 years, because no, Avatar was 2012, right?
I thought it was 2010.
Oh God. 11 years.
Oh God. I want to find the person.
Remember when James Cameron was like a good director?
I want to find the person. Like I need to scrub through the Twitch archives to find the person that was going like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," when Avatar 2 just appeared as the final trailer. Because we all wanted this, right? And of course, all these games are going to be available day one, except for Mario Rabbids Battle Kingdom. All available day one on Ubisoft's browser access called Ubisoft Plus. It's like a subscription service where you can play all Ubisoft games. But if it's anything like EA Access, it's going to be a massive failure and going to fail in comparison to the Xbox Game Pass. So I don't know. What letter grade are you going to give this? Because I already wrote mine down, so it's going to be fun if you do it. We'll have like cute little boxes like Dave's score and Howard's score.
Give me a quick rundown of everything.
Okay, so we had Rainbow Six Extraction, Rocksmith Plus, Riders Republic, Rainbow Six Siege having nothing, Just Dance 2022, DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ubisoft's Films, Far Cry 6 DLC, Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope, and Avatar.
Now, when we say letter grades, are we doing plus and minus too?
I was just thinking we could be lazy and just do like the tier letter grades,
okay,
like
we'll do
S,
that.
A, B, C, D, F.
D.
Yep, I had overall D too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, first of all, still no news of Rayman. Everyone wants Rayman. Still no news of anything involving Splinter Cell. Like, I don't know, there's just nothing that just generally appeals to me.
No.
Nothing, I mean...
But Howard, the Avatar game. Aren't you so excited for the Avatar game?
so excited for the Avatar
We're
game.
so excited for the Avatar game.
I've always wanted it. I guess Riders Republic looks cool, and Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope is also like very good. But everything else is either mid to, okay, this is just DLC to a game I have no interest in. So like, I don't know, this is very lackluster. I think we're both in agreement of like a D. A D. Yes, that's disappointing. But there was another presentation. The second and final presentation for day one was Gearbox Entertainment.
Duke Nukem Forever 2.
No, hold on, calm down. You're getting ahead of yourself.
Aliens Colonial
Well, no,
Marines 2.
stop. You're going too far. Known for such franchises such as Borderlands, everything Dave tragically said, brother in arms. Now, dare I say, what do you think they had? Genuine question.
I don't even remember if I watched this.
Okay, well, I have everything written down.
Lay it on me.
As you can see, you know what? Here, I guess I'll kind of spoil it. Okay, here's the list I have for Ubisoft. Don't read it, but here's the list I had for Gearbox.
All right, that's very short.
Very short, because we start off with the first 10 minutes with a behind-the-scenes look at the live-action Borderlands movie. We don't actually see anything. It's just a bunch of dudes working in like a green screen curtain area, like this. Yeah, they start us off with a 10-minute interview and discussion with some of the producing workers for the Borderlands movie. No one's in costume, and everything kind of said there was public information already. So when you waste 10 minutes of your 30-minute presentation on stuff we already know, we're not doing too good.
No. And honestly, we've talked about this off the show. Who asked for a Borderlands movie?
Yeah, especially since they're kind of just throwing in... They're doing what they did with Mortal Kombat, where they're just grabbing characters from every single installment and trying to make it work, whether or not it's canonical or not.
Yeah.
Because isn't the roster here is like Lilith, Roland, Tiny Tina, Mad Moxie, Professor Tannis. So this has to be sometime after 1 and 2.
And I think they said it's in the game canon too. I want to say.
So it
could
has
be wrong
to be
about
between the games, right? Right.
I'm behind on my Borderlands lore. You would know more than me, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll probably review it for the game show.
Oh God.
We'll probably. I mean, we'll suffer to get. We'll do it like a double feature that day. Find a cool movie to watch immediately after Borderlands.
All right.
We'll make it a fun day.
How about we finally get around to watching that direct-to-DVD Doom movie?
No.
Doom Annihilation.
No. Actually. But wait.
I have not found the willpower to watch that yet.
Well, maybe stop spoiling future videos, jerk.
No, it's a cinematic universe. I'm putting little teases in every episode as to what we're doing further down the line.
Yeah.
And this is like how when they had Thanos at the end of the first Avengers, and they had him show up like 5 movies later in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. And also spliced between this were a bunch of mini clips of people doing random one-liners. I think the Borderlands cast. And it's whatever. But then they announced in a short brief that the game series Homeworld is getting a 3rd game. That was it. They really didn't say much about that.
Cool.
We got Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which was already kind of announced at Summer's Game Fest, which happened 2 days before this, I want to say. It's looking like an early 2022 release. It's based on the DLC of Borderlands 2 Assault on Dragon's Keep. And you don't need to play the 5 other Borderlands games to understand what's going on for this game. I mean, so I guess it's cool.
Sure.
I mean, I like Tiny Tina.
Yeah, she's. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, we got Tiny Tina, right? Yeah. We also got Tribes of Midgar, which is like a Diablo-style game, but it's cel-shaded, and you can play as Viking characters, and it's about Norse mythology, because every game studio is doing Norse mythology, because they tapped out all the Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And it's coming out this July, so if you're a fan, look forward to that.
So maybe even by the time this episode's out, it might be available.
It's late July. There's no way.
Ah, okay.
No way.
Never mind. Ignore what I just said.
The other ones maybe, but this episode, I'm working hard on this one, baby. The PlayStation 5 exclusive Godfall is getting ported to PlayStation 4 with new content and an expansion in development that is set to be released on August 10th. I'm pretty sure Godfall was a PS Plus game a few months back, so there's a good chance if you are one of the 10 people that own a PS5, Dave not included, you most likely have picked up Godfall.
I didn't even know Godfall was made by Gearbox.
Yep. And they ended it up with an interview with Kevin Hart, who plays Roland in the Borderlands movie, not in costume, by the way. And that was it. Easy F, right?
Yeah.
Easy F.
Like,
they had
there's
literally
nothing
nothing.
interesting.
They had nothing. There was one game announcement and it wasn't a trailer. One new thing that we learned, and that was Homeworld 3. One new thing. I guess this is going to be an ongoing theme, but if you don't have anything,
don't show up.
Don't show up to
E3.
E3. Like, I am already against the idea of E3, but I don't even want to get into that. If you don't have enough, just wait till you have enough and then just do your own press conference any time of the year.
That's what PlayStation does. That's what Nintendo does.
Nintendo has the Directs. PlayStation now. Microsoft has been doing this now. This year, they've been like, I think this year, last year, they started doing this. Just have your own presentation that isn't during E3. It's obvious that they showed up with nothing.
Yeah, and Sony wasn't even at E3 this year.
I mean, they're never at E3. They think they're too good for E3. But certain people tapped out. Konami tapped out.
Yeah.
Konami was supposed to be here. They're gone. They didn't show up. Because it's COVID times. So you don't really need to have, like, yes, we have 12 games coming up. If you don't have things, don't show up to E3 claiming you have things with 15 minutes of your presentation about a Borderlands movie where not only is there no footage available because the movie's in production, no one is in costume to show off the designs, and all you got was Kevin Hart after you've been haranguing him in front of his trailer all day. And he's just coming out with obviously a jacket on to hide whatever costume he was wearing. Mm-hmm. Disappointment. What an absolutely dismal way. The worst way to kick off E3. Summer Games Fest was inherently better than this.
I told you this. They should have done Colonial Marines too.
They should have done literally anything. I bet you if they just said, yes, we're doing a graphical remaster of Aliens Colonial Marines, people would unironically actually talk about this.
Yeah, like totally, completely a fixed game and playable game.
My bar was so low, I just said make it look pretty. You don't even need to do anything. Because when I was doing research for this video, I didn't know there was a Gearbox presentation.
Neither did
I. I was following a bunch of people on Twitter doing the news for the E3. I didn't see anything. There was nothing.
I wonder why. Because they didn't have anything.
They didn't. Disappointing. Disappointing day one. We got Ubisoft's a D, Gearbox is an F.
Do better, Mr. Pitchford.
Yeah, stop embezzling money. Anyway, that's our episode recapping day one of E3. We're going to go cover the other multiple days and other future episodes, which you can catch if you hit the subscribe button or just randomly stalk our page every week. It's going to be fun. We're having fun. Everything's going peachy keen. And with that out of the way, I'm Howard.
I'm David.
You have a good night, everyone. Except Gearbox.